For as much Pokemon collecting talk we do on this channel, I also want to talk about how this crazy market also affects investing into Pokemon. I've watched so many PokeTubers this last hour talk about how it's the wrong time, or potentially the wrong time. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but the potential wrong time to be investing into Pokemon. Do I agree with this? Is it the right time? Is it time to sell? Time to buy? We're going to talk about all that in today's video. So I do understand how it's really hard to get any product right now at MSRP. It's crazy that we are now using the MSRP standard for Pokemon cards now. For so many months, years in Generation 9, we were going off of markets, and now MSRP is king, is what we all have to go off of. So I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I have not been investing too much into Pokemon in these last couple of months just because of the overheated English market. I personally invest in both English and Japanese, try to buy one of each booster box, one to open and then one to rip for fun and for you guys, for all the opening videos for the channel. But with just the lack of availability and high prices, I've kind of been priced out. And I've also been priced out when it comes to my investments. I still have tons of sealed product. I buy cheap products here and there that I can. Stuff that's still affordable, like Mask of Change and Japanese. I was also buying booster boxes of Twilight Masquerade before the big pump, and that was pretty much it. Now my strategy is just buying singles while they're cheap for my personal collection. Again, I've told you guys that I'm also thinking about getting into some grading plays here and there just because of what's going on in the market. But we all have seen the multiple videos talking about the Drowsy card going insane because of the Gen 1 tax and because of the certain artist and how it's low pop and yada yada yada. I believe that these are just coping mechanisms to help people make bad financial decisions, to go out and spend money on these cards that were sitting at $2, $3, $4, $5 for so long. Now, in the current market, is it smart to be investing into these Pokemon products at MSRP? I believe they are. I believe if you can somehow find some of these products at MSRP, you are in a much better place as far as an investment than a lot of people. A lot of people are just completely out of the investment space when it comes to Pokemon in these last couple of sets. I have tons of friends that want to collect 2, 3, 4 booster boxes, and they just cannot find them at a good price. I mean, we've seen what happened with Surging Sparks. That set got released and then shot right up to $200. And that's going to be the case for a lot of these new upcoming sets in English. We've seen how the Japanese market has been affected by this, how Heatwave Arena is already, a $150, $200 pre-order box. We're going to see a lot of funny stuff in the hobby for quite some time. This is why I tell you guys to take everything, all these prices, with a grain of salt. Really think about if you really want to rip open a booster box of Battle Partners, or are some of the singles that you want, or is it just a better value to just buy the singles? Pretty much what I've been doing in the past couple months, and I am going to still get a Battle Partners booster box when it hits like the $75 mark for my personal collection. And then if it goes down to another, so let's say 65, I'm gonna add one to my investment. So on and so forth, kind of like a dollar cost average in your normal traditional stocks and crypto investing. But if you think that it's a smart idea to buy Surging Sparks at $200 or a Journey Together pre-order ETB for $150, $200 for the Pokemon Center ETB, whatever the case is, you guys have to realize that we are just in a very overvalued Pokemon market. It sucks to tell you guys that most of you are going to get wrecked. Most of you guys are going to lose a lot of money when it comes to investing into these sets that have already appreciated in price. I will not be participating in a 200 plus Surging Sparks booster box. As much as I like the set, I love the set in Japanese, I like the set in English, I'm just going to wait until the booster box comes down. If it doesn't, then it's fine. I'm going to miss out. Do I think that Surging Sparks is the next evolving skies? Absolutely not. Do I think Prismatic Evolutions and Terrestrial Festival are going to perform really well over time, sure, but do I feel comfortable buying them at these overvalued prices? Absolutely not. I'm going to bet that Pokemon is going to do another reprint. I'm going to bet that we're going to see another correction, not a crash, but a correction. We've seen it before. We've been here before. I have to tell my audience over and over and over and over. We've been here before, guys. Just wait it out. Pokemon is going to print and print and print. You're going to be able to invest. You're going to be able to collect for many more years to come. Just please be patient. If you guys are fighting the will and the urge to buy Pokemon products at a crazy price, just pull up Henry's Poke Corner, click the link, watch one of my videos, and leave this little mark timestamped so you can remember to not buy at these overvalued prices. We also got to remember that it's so popular to talk about investing in Pokemon. It is so popular to say that you are a Pokemon investor. A few years ago, let's say 5, 6, 7 years ago, it wasn't popular to say that you're a Pokemon investor. It wasn't popular to say that you park some money into Pokemon. I recently went to Japan and I funded that trip by selling a few of my booster boxes. This is the beauty of investing into sealed collectibles, parking a little bit of your money into some Pokemon products. I bought some of these booster boxes at way under MSRP. I mean, way under MSRP. And for me, I took a 2-3x multiplier on some of these booster boxes. I said, hey, I'm good. Yes, I missed out at Lost Origin being at 300. Yes, I missed out on some EV Heroes gains. I missed out on some 151 gains by selling too early. It happens. We're going to make mistakes. We're not going to sell at the top every single time. I did not predict this crazy market. I thought it was going to get bad, but I didn't think it was going to get this bad. So I stand completely corrected. Anything is on the table. Did I think that Pokemon Japan was going to print Paradigm Trigger and Lost Abyss in the year 2023? Like, absolutely not. Or 2024. Absolutely not. But again, Pokemon can do whatever the heck they want. And to be completely honest, I'm here for it. Let them do whatever they want. They want to wreck us and send our investments, down 50, 60%. That's the risk that we take. Investing is a giant risk. We are investing into sealed cardboard of fictional characters. I get it. It is a very well battle-tested company, but it's still a risk. These products aren't going to go up forever. I've told you guys multiple times, we are in a greatly oversaturated market and these prices will not last. I'm personally selling some of my alt arts. I'm personally thinking about grading some of these alt arts regardless if they come back a 10 to then put these out in the market because I know they're just going to sell instantly. Anything right now. I have some Astral Radiance and some Chilling Rain on OfferUp, and I got a DM literally right before I got home. I just got back from the skate park. Got a DM saying, hey, I'll buy all of your Sword and Shield booster boxes at market. That is the market that we are in, guys. People are dying to pick up any Pokemon products that they can get their hands on, especially Sword and Shield. And for all you guys that are saying that there's no plays in the market, go buy some Sword and Shield. Go buy the cheap sets in Sword and Shield. I mean, I guess Silver Tempest is just taken off, and I told you guys to be buying Silver Tempest for quite some time. But go look at some of those Sword and Shield sets. A lot of those sets still available, at a decent price, $200. Go pick that stuff up. That's not getting reprinted. Anything in the ultra modern is extremely risky. But hey, it's not financial advice. Do whatever you guys want. The other aspect of the Pokemon market that is just going crazy, like I said, the Drowsy card, is this the whole market manipulation. You guys have to remember that it's so easy to just orchestrate a buyout. There's a lot of these cards. Like I was looking at some of, I'm not gonna say what cards, but I was looking at some of the IRs, and there's like 60 listings, 50 listings, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm talking to a couple of my other friends, I'm like, how easy would it be to just buy these cards out, grade some of them, come back, list them on the market, people are like, oh, it's just normal growth. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon, Gen 2 Pokemon. It has a pop report of, whatever. These are just coping mechanisms that people use to make bad financial decisions. It is beyond easy to manipulate this market. The more I hear about these stories of people doing this market manipulation, from stories from Discord, stories on Reddit, etc. I mean, there are so many people admitting that they're manipulating the markets, doing buyouts, etc. It's very easy to see. I mean, let's just say there's a $2 card, is 50 of them. How much money is that gonna be? It's not a lot of money to manipulate this market, guys. Then you add the $15 grading fees on top of that. You're not really taking a giant risk, but a giant reward could be paid off if it's a Gen 1 or 2 starter Pokemon. There's people that are going to cope with their decisions. And I love how people always compare this year just to, past years, the first beginnings of Gen 9, the Paldea evolved, the Clay Burst, and they're like, oh, everything was so cheap back then. You can get in at a good price, and it was a natural growth. That's just not the market we're in right now. Right now, we're going to have to move with the market. The market is going to determine what game we play. If you feel like you need to continue to invest and that you can't get these sealed products at MSRP, maybe you might have to start grading some singles. Maybe you're gonna have to start buying some raw cards to flip. You're going to have to make it work. I think that the easy plays of the booster boxes and the PC ETBs are no longer going to be available, especially now with the PC ETBs, you could only get 2 of them. You can't get a case of them and just park them and sit. I think a lot of investors are going to have to change the way that they invest. Or you're gonna have to wait for a correction, or you're gonna have to pay it at inflated price and pray that the market doesn't tend to do a giant reprint, and that we stay bullish, and that these sets continue to grow. And to be completely honest, when it comes to the single cards that, like the Drowsy, like the Baxcalibur, the Frigibax, everyone in Reddit, I'm gonna call it the Reddit people, everyone on Reddit, they are so mad that these cards are going up. They're so mad that these $5 cards are now $40, $44, I think, the last time I checked that Baxcalibur. They're so mad when they had years, I mean years, to pick up some of these cards. They had years to buy at these lows. But all of a sudden, some people want to do market manipulation, or they want to do a buyout. They want to start grading a lot of these things. They take a lot of them off the market to then relist. Pokemon creators like myself talk about the market, and then it just snowballs, and we have the situation that we're in right now. And then people want to complain. We all had such a fair shot to go down to any card show, go down to your local card shop. Heck, even pull some of these cards at a very, very low barrier of entry. Most of these cards that are going crazy were like $5 to $10. I know most of us can afford a $5 to $10 card. That's like a coffee or a sandwich. I'm not telling you guys to go swoop up, the $100, $200 cards. This is a budget channel. This is a small collector's channel where collecting comes first, investing comes second. And I always try to give my audience just budget deals, because that's the type of collector I am. I'm buying $2 Chinese cards, $3 Korean cards, left and right. That's just how I like to do it. You guys don't always have to go after the most expensive cards to have a really cool collection. So in past videos, to tie this into the past videos that I've been making, the Japanese market watch videos, I told you guys that the English market is completely dictating what's going on in Japan. I mean, like I said, we see the Heatwave arenas being pre-ordered for $200. If that's real, that is absolutely insane. I'm staying far away from any booster boxes until Pokemon Japan decides to print these things into the ground, which I'm praying that they do. For me, I will just continue to buy the singles, continue to make the small plays that I do with really cheap cards. Like I told you guys, I got 2 packages right here from Japan, 2 cards from Japan. I will be opening these up for a short, but I'm constantly buying these big singles, these big SARs for like $5-10. There's a lot of really good deals out there. And for me, like I said, I'm staying far away from sealed booster boxes. It's just too hot right now. You got to know when to pump the brakes when even Japanese booster boxes are going up in value. But there is still a lot of good sets that are really cheap. Like I said, Mask of Change, one of my favorites. Crimson Haze, another one of my favorites. But there is some sets like Super Electric Breakers that are pumping, that are going to see, that hot value because of the English market. Just stay away, guys. It's my personal opinion. If you guys want the other half, go get Paradise Dragona. Really amazing set. Really cheap. So what are my final thoughts? I think that it's just smart to wait this market out if you can. If you absolutely need to invest in Pokemon, if this is your business, stuff like that, you're gonna have to find different avenues. I think that the like I said, the freebies, the booster boxes, and the Pokemon Center ETBs, even the ETBs were, I think they were freebies for quite some time. You might have to change the way that you invest. You might have to flip some singles, like I said, flip some raws, stuff like that. And I know times are just really tough, not only in the world, but also now in Pokemon. Things are just getting a little too crazy. It seems like so many people are really stressed out in the hobby right now, especially in English. Like, it just seems like no one's having fun. If you just pop on Pokemon YouTube, there is so much bearish talk. People are just so negative all the time. People are going at each other in the comments. There's so much drama right now in the market. It is really not a good time in the Pokemon hobby, in my personal opinion. Like I said, I'm in my own bubble. I have fun. I try to give you guys the best cheap cards and advice and all that stuff. Try to keep it light-hearted on this channel. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I would love to hear what you guys have to say for this topic. I talked to other commenters. I think it's great when other people just start commenting towards each other. They start responding to others' takes. It's really positive for the community and also gives me a lot of insight to how you guys feel. It's encouraged and I believe it's really valuable. So until tomorrow, I'll catch you guys with a fresh new video. Peace out.